in the chat
Recording
box.
in progress.
Participants are requested to maintain the decorum of the meeting. Thank you. Sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. A pleasant evening to one and all present here. Myself, Kalpana P. from 3rd BSc, Christ College of Science and Management, host for the day. It's an immense pleasure to welcome participants from 26 various colleges in India to the international webinar on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Frank Bianco once said, if you're looking for God who is all around you, then every day becomes a prayer. Thus, let's all invoke God's presence through a silent prayer. Now, I call upon Tanushree from 3rd BSc, Christ College of Science and Management to welcome the gathering.
Good evening, everyone. We all have gathered here today to attend the 2 days international webinar on artificial intelligence and machine learning. None of us, including me, ever do great things, but we can all do small things with great love, and together we can do something wonderful. Coming together is the beginning, keeping together is progress, and working together is success. Welcoming is cherishing every moment we spend together.
Good evening, everyone. Respected Dr. Christo Ananth, Professor, Head of the Department of Science, Department, Christ College of Science and Management, Mr. Vijay Kumar, Director, Center for Extended Learning, Mr. Tangadurai, dear teachers, dear participants. With immense pleasure, I welcome all of you to Christ College of Science and Management, Bangalore. We are hosting this webinar, international webinar, to learn more about artificial intelligence and machine learning. We all know that the most modern era is of artificial intelligence. Wherever you work, artificial intelligence plays a major role in all of our day-to-day life. Artificial intelligence, if we are in the digital era, and it plays a major role. I was interested in basketball, and I used to watch NBA for 2-3 times, and my Facebook account gives me suggestions to watch NBA plays every day. It comes automatically. I was thinking why it comes automatically, and I was just checking it. Why it gives me some suggestions? It is because of artificial intelligence that things that suggest us to watch or do something that we need to look into. That is our interest. Artificial intelligence create opportunities in the entire world to, and it plays a vital role in all the things. And many human beings are endowed with the faculty of intelligence. We all are intelligent beings. So that's why we are different from animal intelligence. And here, artificial intelligence. The machines tell us what to do, and maybe all the things will be replaced by the machine. So we have to be equipped, and we have to understand the basics of artificial intelligence, and we should learn things in the proper way. I think this webinar will help us to learn more about artificial intelligence, and this can be a place where you can discuss discuss. We can discuss a lot many things regarding machine learning and in artificial intelligence. So I congratulate all the persons who are behind this world, this webinar, and I really thank Mr. Christo Ananth, Dr. Christo Ananth, for spending your valuable time with us to have this webinar. Thank you very much and have a great time.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father, for your inspiring words. Now, I welcome Sneha S.J. from 2nd BSc, Christ College of Science and Management for the guest introduction.
I'm profusely overjoyed to take the opportunity to introduce our chief guest of the day. He is none other than Dr. Christo Ananth. He has taken an interest and presented papers in 3 national level technical symposiums, 9 research papers in national level conferences, 31 research papers in international level conferences, 56 research papers in refereed and indexed international journals in the field of embedded systems, networking, digital image processing, network security, and VLSI. Sir has contributed 20 international book chapters in USA and authored and published 7 national and international level engineering textbooks. He has published 10 monographs and 25 technical reports in reputed international journals. He is the beneficiary of special note in 6 engineering textbooks associated to Anna University, Chennai, India. He received 15 honors and Best Faculty Awards. In 2017, he received Best Knowledge Exchange Transfer Initiative of the Year, Engineering Leadership Award, Young Scientist Award, Sir James Prescott Joule Award, and Outstanding Digital Innovator Award. And in 2018, he received Albert Nelson Marquis Lifetime Achievement Award, Exemplary Information and Communication Engineer Award for his excellence in engineering education. As a teacher, he always aspires to nurture and educate his students to become lifelong learners. It's our immense pleasure to have you with us, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sneha. Artificial intelligence is about replacing human decision making with more sophisticated technologies, said Falguni Desai. Predicting the future is not magic, it's artificial intelligence, said Dave Waters. Machine intelligence is the last invention that humanity will ever need to make, said Nick Bostrom. Now, it's my pleasure to welcome Mr. Christo Ananth, Professor. Today, we will have the session on recent trends in artificial intelligence, tomorrow's world. So, you may take over the session now.
Right. So, very good day to everybody present here. I hope my video is visible to you all.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, I'm really happy to participate in this international webinar. It has been much of my pleasure to welcome all the international participants in India as well as in Russia, especially in this pandemic when the third wave is at its peak. Definitely, we are being informed that it will take its peak around January 23, 2022. So, still amidst this national as well as international alarm, we have been exchanging knowledge. We have been doing this knowledge transfer to the fullest amidst this pandemic season. And I'm very privileged and thankful to participate in this international webinar. Special thanks to Professor Tangudurai of CSC department. I've known him for the past, some 6-7 years or so. He has been regular touch with me throughout my personal life as well as in academic as well as researchful endeavors. And thank you once again, sir. And I do not want to waste much of my time, so I'm going to straight away go to the presentation. Is my screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
So I hope my screen is visible to you and my audio is fullest for all participants to hear, and my video is also fine, right? Is it so? My
Yes,
video,
sir.
my audio, and my screen is visible to you.
Yes, sir.
Can I proceed? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the topic: recent trends in artificial intelligence, tomorrow's world. So this is especially for you, my dear young students, researchers, faculty members, learned scholars in and around the globe. And this is Dr. Christo Ananth for you. You can reach me in dr.christoananth@gmail.com. So before beginning the session, let me thank God. Everybody, please let us take 1 minute silent prayer before beginning the session. As for me, I thank God for giving me this golden opportunity to deliver this useful session, to share my knowledge among my fellow national, international participants, students, faculty members, young scientists, and researchers. So thank you, my dear officials and the head of the department who understood the need to initiate the fruitful outcome on teaching, learning, and education. Thank you, my dear colleagues and fellow participants who understood the necessity to support this session by a valuable presence. Without you, the event would not have been possible. So before beginning this session, let me thank Reverend Father Jins George and Reverend Father Evan Francis CMI, the main pillars of CCSM. And thank you, Ms. Kalpana, Ms. Tanusri, and Ms. Sneha for your valuable introduction. And thank you, Professor Tangudurai, for initiating the necessity of this international webinar. We have got some good numbers of participants who have been very much interested to participate in this session. So thank you once again. And this is what we are going to discuss at a glance. So we are going to discuss about the significance of artificial intelligence. I'm not going to give you the introduction about the artificial intelligence because the students, the faculty members, and young researchers here are very knowledgeable than me. So I believe the faculty members and the learned scholars will definitely know about artificial intelligence. So I'm going to give you the significance of artificial intelligence, how AI has evaluated, and why is AI very important. The AI's impact is everywhere in and around the globe. Artificial intelligence and the tech companies, how routine is your job, and narrow AI's impact on the workforce, retrain and educate. That's what the current growing gains of IA, I mean the AI part workforce is being acted towards. And then we will discuss, we have already discussed the positive part, then we will discuss the negative impact also, the rewards as well as the punishment, because what you see in AI, it is the future. So it's we are going to project the AI in the near future ramifications, and then we'll discuss about AI and the future of uh, privacy and human rights, and then we'll discuss about whether AI is generally helpful or homicidal with regards to the fantastic possibilities of artificial intelligence. Then we'll discuss about the bigger and better language modeling with AI. And then, of course, we would have discussed this part, metaverse. Okay, so we discussed something about AI and the metaverse, and then about autonomous vehicles, and then we'll discuss about creative AI, ROI driven AI implementation. Then we'll discuss something about AI video analytics, AI as a constructive service business model, AI as a data fabric, and then AI together with machine learning, how it is going to collaborate with the IoT, Internet of Things, and then AI leading hyper automation, and then we'll have a short summary, and then we'll have some short videos. We'll have some short videos about the knowledge in our particular topic. So this is what we are going to see over here. We are going to start up with the significance of artificial intelligence. Of course, everybody knows about AI. Okay, the machine level programming of what we are able to think, what we are able to visualize, what we are going to constructively take the world forward. But the thing is that we are going to constructively, I repeat, constructively take the world forward. So definitely the artificial intelligence, it's going to change the world more than anything in the mankind over here, more than electricity, more than the natural consumption that we have over here. Artificial intelligence is going to take to something unimaginable. So this AI has been impacting the future of the virtual platform for every human being. Just as I said, virtual background, so similarly we tend to create a virtual environment. It is acting as a main driver of emerging technologies like big data, or maybe Internet of Things, or maybe robotics, and it will continue to act as a technological innovator for the unimaginable future. For example, let us take a simple example. Let us take a camera. Generally, camera, we will have some maybe good pixels according to the rate, or maybe according to the cost that we are trying to buy. Generally we can say it is the richest sensor. Of course, we have mobiles with some good megapixels, we have some good RAM and ROM, we have some good sensors, but still whenever you go for DSLR, or maybe Sony, or maybe whatever Canon, okay, you have the richest sensor that is available. The prices also differ. Okay, so maybe it might range up to 3,000 USD, or maybe 1 lakh, or maybe 2 lakh Indian rupees or so. So because of these smartphones, or maybe camera, or maybe image sensors that we have over here, we have some good amount of information being stored, and definitely we can get it at reasonable price. But on the positive impact, we are able to store lot of information. For example, if you take an image, then we try to infer maybe like 25 signals, but maybe like 6 months from now on, maybe we'll try to infer maybe 100 or maybe 150 signals from the same image. The only difference is the software that you are trying to inbuilt on this image. Okay, so when you're trying to think of the software that you are trying to impact, this software has to be available for everyone. This software has to be used, and it has to be easily intact with the poor man even. So that's where matter of concern lies on. So it is said to be that we can offer much more core features with the unimaginable AI. So every customer is able to benefit from every other customer, and because that our systems are able to smartly detect more things which are very important and which are very relevant. So whenever you are trying to take a mobile camera, or maybe any other camera, when you are trying to fix on one particular man, or maybe a climate change, or maybe some natural scenery, then it will smartly capture. Okay, maybe if you are trying to picturize a human being, then it will maybe blur the background and it will generally focus on the object you are trying to focus. So that is smart way of capture. What you call it to be the intelligent capture. So this AI is projected to have a lasting impact on just about every industry imaginable. So this artificial intelligence, you can generally include this in devices, or maybe cars, or maybe healthcare systems, or maybe the inbuilt apps, the favorite apps. We can go it deeply in handy smart devices wherever we want to take into. And comparatively with the industries where we are working into, maybe if you want to live or maybe want to work in a dream company or maybe organization, these apps or maybe these applications are inbuilt. So you cannot imagine a world without these apps or maybe healthcare systems or maybe devices with the support of the AI. How AI comes into, so it all depends upon IFM, integrated facility management. So we have like thousands, 10,000s, millions of AI innovators, generally who are regularly involving themselves to take AI to the next higher level standard. So when it comes to AI, the research says of the total 9,100 patents that is received by IBM inventors around back in 2018, 1,600 were AI related. So like at least 1 by 8th or maybe 1 by 9th is completely of AI. But this was back in 2018. But now in 2021 or 2022, it has become maybe to half. Like everybody is into AI. And of course, you would have known about Elon Musk, okay, the Tesla founder, the tech titan, or maybe the Tesla founder. He recently donated $10 million to fund the ongoing research at the non-profit research company OpenAI. Of course, you would have known about OpenAI platform. That's having a huge 1 billion co-pledge in 2015. Generally, it is an indication that AI is fastly growing. Okay, and of course, in 2017, Russian President Vladimir Putin also told the school children that whoever becomes the leader in AI will become the ruler of the world. So, AI is the future. Okay. But after more than 7 decades marked by hoopla or maybe the sporadic dormancy, during the multi-evolutionary period, what you call it to be the knowledge engineering, it has progressed to model-based machine learning or maybe algorithm-based machine learning. And it is all depending on how we try to understand things, how we try to reason things, how we try to generalize or maybe characterize the structures. Okay, and it has taken very soon into the spotlight, so everybody is into AI. So you should not confuse this AI with this ML, because machine learning is a sub part of AI. And machine learning, deep learning, reconciliated learning, everything comes in as a sub part of artificial intelligence. So it is the need of the heart that we have to switch on to artificial intelligence. And for the future, AI is very important because it's a very base, it is considered as a foundation of the computer learning. And through AI, the computers have the ability to harness massive amounts of data, and we can take some right decisions according to the AI, and we can go for several other inventions, several other discoveries that normally that a human take, that we can take with the help of a machine. So artificial intelligence is becoming responsible for everything. Whenever it comes from medical breakthroughs, cutting edge technologies, definitely AI plays a key role. You cannot imagine any industry without AI. Right now, even in the pandemic days, AI has gone too much high, and there's virtually no major industry that modern AI would specifically go for what you call it to be the generation or maybe the growth of the narrow AI. Generally, we have like several objective functions, we have several data trained models, and definitely we from the AI we go for machine learning and deep learning as well. So our growth is a collaborative growth. AI's impact is everywhere. Of course, you would have seen in several movies, how it has impacted the world. Okay, the decisions it makes. Even you would have come across the news, like in China, they have built across a law device. Okay, it can make some 97% accuracy. Have you heard about it? A machine which is able to make 97% accurate decision based on AI. That was the hot news some 1 week ago. Okay, so that's a special uh, impact that we have with AI, and the over the years, as we have seen, data or maybe information is considered as power. Okay, and this data collection analysis has generally given impact to the IoT, Internet of Things connectivity, and the connected devices, the speedy computers, the processing, everything is an additional advantage to AI. And when we take in the journey of AI, we take into consideration the transportation, although it could take a decade or more to perfect them. Autonomous cars will one day ferry us from place to place. Of course, we don't have car drivers. Okay, it will take us to the necessary location. Manufacturing, for example, even in the several regional movies that we have seen over the years, one robot with the help of the knowledge can make another robot. Okay, so AI powered robots work alongside humans to perform a limited range of tasks, maybe like assembling or maybe stacking or maybe predictive analysis sensors. Generally it keeps the equipment running smoothly. And if you take in the journey of AI, even in the healthcare, especially in this pandemic period when diseases are fastly spreading, the major concern is that we have to accurately and quickly diagnose what is the problem. And for example, if the some team or maybe some badful impact is taking place in the drug discovery. So we have to speed up the analysis. We have to virtually go for nursing assistants, monitor the patients, and big data analysis. Definitely, it will have a pleasant and comfortable patient experience. Even in the education sectors, we normally maybe like we are in 2022, or maybe like 2040 or so, there will be smart tutors. So we will not have like human beings to, or maybe learn scholars to teach everything. We will have like robots to teach us. Okay, so textbooks are digitized already. It has been digitized with the help of AI, and early stage virtual tutors generally will be assisting the human instructors, and facial analysis gauges, definitely it will capture the emotions of the students, whether the student is keeping quiet, whether the student is sleeping, or maybe whether the student is talking. It will gather the emotions, and those who are struggling to understand, those who are getting bored, they will capture the information, they will capture the needs, and according to the requirements, according to the needs of the student, or maybe according to the needs of the faculty members, the colleagues, it will teach accordingly. Even in PR or maybe media, what you call it to be the journalism, we will have the impact of AI. For example, Bloomberg uses cyborg technology to help make quick sense of the complex financial reports. We have Associated Press, which employs natural language abilities of automated insights. We are having, or maybe we are producing like 3,700 earning reports, stories per year. Generally, it is considered, enormous, 4 times than in the recent past. So, AI has got a huge impact in the media too. Even in the customer service, for example, like Amazon or maybe Flipkart or maybe even the Google, where you have an assistant, it plays a human like calls. Even uh, we have Sundar Pichai, who has been exploring, who has been giving a webinar, a video about how he uses virtual assistants, how he is able to virtually making the calls, and some funny answers. So it's all about AI to make appointments, your neighborhood hair salon. Even he has given the example of neighborhood hair salon. Even you can go through the video in YouTube. He has given a video about how to make a call to a saloon, and the saloon owner or the person tries to answer according to the needs. Okay, so it is all about AI, and in addition to the words, the system understands context and nuance, and based on the advances, it is able to make some decisions correctly. We have tech giants who have been regularly involved in this process in order to lay the foundation and take the AI to the next higher level. So with the companies, they spend around $20 billion collective dollars on AI products. We have the tech giants Google, Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. They tend to spend billions and billions of dollars for products and services associated with AI. Even the educational universities and colleges are trying to make AI a very prominent part of their respective curricula, because we can reduce the manpower, okay, to the larger extent. And even the big boss US Department of Defense, it has gone up to extending this AI game. Big things definitely will be bound to happen in the future years, and some of those developments are fully realized with AI. Some are still theoretical, it has to be made practical, but whatsoever, definitely it will make a huge impact, and there is no backing in. And how routine is your job? So we are going to discuss about the narrow AI's impact on the workforce. So the bottom 90%, especially the bottom 50% of the world, is in terms of income or maybe education. So definitely it will come hand to hand with the job displacement. Now the most frequent question, or the normal question you have to ask, is how routine is a job? Okay, so whatever job you are trying to do, whether it is the same, maybe like 10 years, whether it is the same over the 20 years, or maybe in these 10 years, whatever changes, what are the changes that you have gone through? Maybe your platform would be digitalized. Sometimes you would have a CCTV, sometimes you would have a virtual assistant. But now AI is going to take its place, because AI can, within the routine task, definitely it will learn to quickly optimize itself. And more objective, the job is definitely separating things into bins, or maybe washing dishes, picking some things, picking some fruits, answering the customer service calls. Generally, in the next 10 or 15 years, definitely AI will take our place. Even in the online giant and AI power force like Amazon, so we have like 100,000 robots picking and packing functions. We need not have personals to send the items through courier. Definitely AI is going to take its place. And then we'll have like a retrain and educate. So easing the uh, growing pains of a AI powered workforce. So definitely today's artificial intelligence is useless in two significant ways. Definitely it has no creativity and no compassion or love, but rather it's a tool to amplify human creativity. Okay, so we should understand the positive as well as the negative impacts of AI. Those with jobs with routine or maybe repetitive tasks must definitely learn new skills so as to sustain in the industry. And even Amazon is offering its employees money to train for jobs at other companies. But imagine if AI is going to take its place, it is going to learn by itself, it is going to update, so there is no need of human beings. One of the absolute prerequisites for AI to be successful is that we invest tremendously in education to retrain people for new jobs. For example, let us take in the case if 50% are trying to do this job, then the owner will like to think, okay, if this guy is doing something smart, then we will cut short for 10 people. Okay, we will make it into 40. Okay, for example, a robo is going to do 10 tasks. I mean, the tasks of 10 people. Cut short 10 people, make it 30, make it 20, make it 10. Okay, so this is how AI is going to replace the human beings. And people need to learn about programming, like they learn a new language, and they need to do as early as possible, because it's a near future. And if you don't know coding, don't know programming, it's very very difficult. If you ask a software professional whether he is still the same or maybe she is still the same, they will never say I've been the same over the 10 years, I've been same over the 20 years. Definitely no will be the answer. They will be constantly updating. They will be constantly updating the programming skills, constantly updating the coding knowledge. Only then they can sustain in the field. The same thing with artificial intelligence. It has to be updated every now and then. And while many of those who are forced out of jobs by technology will definitely find new ones, but it will not happen overnight. You have to constantly update. Okay. When it comes to USA, the transition from an agricultural to an industrial economy, especially when it comes to industrial revolution, we have got people eventually getting back on their feet. Okay, so this impact was massive. It doesn't happen overnight. Okay, so the transition between jobs to the new ones is not necessary as painless as people like to think. But if you try to understand what the technology is capable of, they will try to understand the domain and they will try to start making new connections. So learning comes by experience, and experience comes with collaboration. And here we are going to discuss about the rewards and punishments, which are the AI's near future ramification. When it comes to AI research and experimentation, it will have near future ramifications like reinforcement learning, what you call it to be the generative adversarial networks. We have several computer algorithms which are performing by collaborating between two nets against each other. And we have Google DeepMind's AlphaGo Zero, which is a useful platform uh, which is going to take the intelligent learning. Whenever you are trying to learn a particular note, whenever you are trying to learn a particular tune, a rock or maybe bass or maybe jazz music. Okay, so it gets it according to the intelligent learning, like zero shot or maybe one shot learning, and you can generally master it according to the Google DeepMind's technology. Maybe on a grander scale, you can use the AI. We can predict the climate changes, environmental issues. Of course, it will not be the same as that of the personals, but definitely it is going to be intelligent. And we will have more sophisticated sensors. As I've already mentioned, we will have like 100,000 robots. We are going to make the climatic changes. Cities will become less congested, less polluted, and more livable as well. So that's what you are going to imagine the world with AI. And generally it is in the beginning stage, but definitely as years go down, definitely it will be having a major role. And then what I discussed earlier, the future of privacy and human rights. Of course, everybody is into AI, and as I told you, it is going to make a major impact. Like what you have a Cambridge Analytica's Facebook shenanigans, or maybe Amazon's Alexa eavesdropping. Alexa, switch on the fan. Alexa, play on the music. Alexa, take that apple. Okay, so just like that, it will go on wild, and definitely without proper regulations and self-imposed limitations, generally the situation will become even worse impact. Even just as I told you, it has a positive impact, it has a negative impact also. And if you go deeper with AI, definitely human beings will become more lazy. Okay, so for artificial intelligence to be truly smart, it must respect the human values. It should respect the privacy of the human beings. And if you are going to do it wrong, the dangers are profound. So as I mentioned, if you handle robo with care, like what we have seen in movies, if you don't bring about emotions in robots, so definitely we can handle this with care. And if implemented responsibly, AI definitely is going to benefit the society. It is going to prevent the intruder from getting our personal information. However, with the most emerging technology, there is a real risk that commercial or maybe state-of-art technologies, definitely it will make a greater impact on the human rights. And when it comes to application of the technology, it is going to definitely it is going to benefit the individuals and it is going to predict the future behavior, but everything is based on the current technologies or maybe the current experience that we are feeding into. Like maybe if you are using like spam filter or maybe online shopping, definitely it will make a huge impact. But the thing is that when it makes a positive impact, definitely the chances of privacy is a matter of concern, and we have to regularly update the privacy or maybe piracy software even. Okay, the right of freedom and right of information. So we are going to discuss whether it is the usage of AI is helpful or self-destructive. Okay, so there are still some major breakthroughs that is going to happen when it comes to human level AI. One such example is the ability to really understand the content of the language, so that we can translate between languages using machines. And when you are going to do this translation, we are going to translate the content so that even the machines can understand. Okay, but the thing is that machines are not very good at understanding, so you have to make it understandable. And if that goal is reached, if you are making the machines to understand just like a human being, definitely you could generally test the human knowledge whether it is answering the questions accordingly. And we can make some useful tests in order to go with the higher level research. So, as I told you, even with the case of Amazon or maybe Flipkart, okay, whatever, maybe even the TCS Click, Tata Click. Okay, so we have the artificial intelligence. So how we search, where we search matters, and accordingly we will get the relevant search results. Several advertisements pop up. It's all about AI. It's already uses cognitive based environment. We are using an intelligent system in order to capture the needs and requirements of the human beings. And one thing is for sure, the human brain is not really just a homogeneous set of neurons. We will have billions of neurons which are a collaborative structure of different components. Some of them are associated with knowledge about how to do things in the world. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a replica of the human brain, but definitely you cannot compare anything with human brain. Okay, what you call it to be the procedural memory, because it is based where we have a memory that is based on knowledge, which is based on general facts, or what you call to be the semantic memory, which is based on the previous experiences. So all these previous experiences has to be stored in AI. Only then the machines is going to act like human beings. So you have to come up with billions of experiences, because we human beings have been built into. So another question that lies is that, is artificial intelligence or maybe general artificial intelligence really a threat to humanity? So when you compare with a scenario that involves a singularity, where super intelligent machines can take over, definitely it will replace the human existence or maybe through eradication. Just like uh, we took over dinosaurs, or maybe we took over, the other small harmful living beings. Just like that, AI might take our place. And if AI itself begins designating better AI than human programmers, so definitely the machines will have smart intelligence which will definitely exceed us. Elon Musk, the owner of Tesla, believes that, or maybe he has warned that AGI is humanity's biggest existential threat. Okay, so artificial general intelligence is going to be a major threat to the humanity. Humans will no longer need to train systems. The systems will train themselves. The systems are smart. As you see in the image, the system tells the human beings what to do. It might be or it might not be. So it is all about how you program the system. So while murderous machines may well remain fodder for fiction, many believe they'll supplant humans in various ways. And by 2026, machine will be capable of writing school essays, you know, at the school record notebooks. By 2027, self-driving trucks will render drivers unnecessary. By 2031, AI will perform or maybe outperform human beings in retail sector. By 2049, AI could be the next Stephen King. Know who's Stephen King? He's a very good author of science fiction horror movies. Okay, horror stories even. And by 2053, the next Charlie Teo. Okay, actually he's a neurosurgeon. He's considered to be the greatest neurosurgeon. So he could be the next Charlie Teo. Okay, so maybe by 2137, all human jobs will be automated. In next 100 years, it might happen. But what about human beings? What do they do for themselves? Okay, definitely they will be sipping the umbrella drinks served by the dryads, no doubt. Okay, so who knows? It might also take place. So AI is considered to be the augmented workforce even. There have been fears that machines or maybe robots will replace human workers, and definitely they will make their roles more reliable. And however, as many companies navigate the process of creating data, AI literate cultures with their teams, we will increasingly find ourselves working with or alongside machines that use smart or maybe cognitive technology to boost skills and abilities. Even in marketing or maybe PR or maybe advertisement, we tend to use smart tools to determine which leads are worth pursuing. Okay, for example, there might be some products that the customers will frequently buy, and there are some items which we will not regularly buy. So these regular items, so the items frequently buying items, it will be brought forth to the customers every now and then. So we are trying to alter it according to the human needs. So this is what you call to be the smart search, smart technology, where AI plays a vital role. Even AI tools helps us by providing predictive maintenance, letting us know ahead of time when machines will need servicing, when it will need repairing, when it will have to debug, okay, and so on. And even the knowledge industries such as law, we will increasingly use tools based on AI that is going to get loads of information for doing a particular task. So it's going to replace one another. Even with the language modeling, with AI, it's going to make an impact. Even with language modeling, if you can consider the language modeling, it's considered to be a process which allows machine to understand and communicate with us in language which we try to understand. Even it can understand natural languages, natural human languages. It can take the advancements or upgradation of GPT-3, generative pre-trained transformer 3, by the OpenAI platform, which is considered to be the largest language model ever created by 175 billion parameters, variables, and data points. And if you can consider OpenAI, it is working on its successor, GPT-4, generative pre-trained transformer 4, which will be even more powerful. Okay, although the details haven't been confirmed, so it's going to take approximately 100 trillion parameters. Maybe if it is taken into consideration, definitely it will be 500 times larger than GPT-3. Okay, so that's a huge step when it comes to AI. Even with the case of cybersecurity, of course, you would have gone through, maybe if you have gone through my previous webinars, I've already discussed about cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, definitely it is a national and international concern, and it is going to be a huge opportunity for young budding students if we are going into cybersecurity field. This cybersecurity, where you are going to earn money, is with the help of AI, you are going to have a tremendous growth. And this year, the World Economic Forum identified cybercrime to be a potential to be creating a significant risk to society than terrorism. Okay, because as I told you, information is power, information is wealth, information is something what you can take into, and you can generally have a major threat to another country even. Okay, as machines take over most of our lives, hacking and cybercrime has become a major problem, and preventing an intruder or attacker is the matter of concern. And as networks becomes more complex, identifying the failures, we need to have experienced cybercrime professionals. Okay, and this is where we are going to get the support of AI. Definitely, what you see over in the 21st or maybe in the 22nd century, definitely AI will be aiding cybersecurity to huge standards. Definitely, this particular topic, everybody will try to understand. Metaverse. Okay, it's a unified persistent digital environment. Just as I wear glasses over here, we can imagine a virtual environment where users can work, users can play together. It's a virtual world like the internet. You will have immersive experiences, even the games, not only the games, we will have virtual environment. That's what Mark Zuckerberg has discussed about the virtual reality technology with the Facebook platform. Definitely AI is going to take metaverse to the next level. As you see in the image, it will be creating several online environments where humans will feel at home, will have creative impulses. Definitely we will have some tasks do associated with, or maybe we can take the help of a partner. We can play tennis. You need not have a partner physical or maybe a human partner to play tennis. You can have a partner, virtual partner to play tennis. Have chess where we can relax and we can entertain ourselves. Artificial intelligence comes with low code, or even it can come with no code also. Okay, the biggest barrier to the adoption of AI driven efficiency is the scarcity of skilled AI engineers. As I told in my previous webinars, the professional cybercrime personnel are lacking. Even the skilled AI engineers is lacking. So we are going to aim at a low code or maybe no code technology, which is going to overcome this by including or maybe adding simple interfaces to constructively increase the complex AI systems. Just like low code, we can use no code AI systems. We can create smart programs by plugging together different pre-made modules as well, and we can feed them with our own domain specific data. Even we have NLP, natural language processing, and language modeling. We will have a key role in ongoing democratization of artificial intelligence and data technology. Autonomous vehicles, I think you would have gone through this in several of your projects, your student projects. Okay, the final year projects even. Okay, so AI is considered to be the brain of a car, an automated car. AI is the brain of the boat, automated boat. AI is the brain of an automated aircraft. Okay, it is revolutionizing the travel, revolutionizing the society. It is going to come in the coming years. 2022, mark my words, it is going to be a year to remember, because when we look back in the future, definitely this horror will be replaced by some safe practices. Because if you get back in 2021, of course, yes, everybody will say COVID, but definitely we had more million people who have died because of traffic accidents, rash driving. Okay, 90% of them were caused by human error. Just imagine if we are building this AI technology for cars, for boats, for aircraft. Definitely, we will definitely reduce the accidents, as well as effective autonomous car. That's what Tesla, Elon Musk has said for 2022. Generally, we will have the competitors Waymo, which is created by Google, Apple, GM, and Ford. It is going to launch major leaps. And we have Mayflower Autonomous Ship, MAS. Okay, We will have the first autonomous ship crossing the Atlantic, powered by IBM and designed in partnership with non-profit ProMan. It's an attempt to take AI to automated ship. Okay, the first automated ship. We have creative AI. Imagine a technology which is going to paint on its own. We have AI which is going to create art. It is going to create music. It is going to make a poetry. It is going to write record notebooks. It is going to play some virtual video games. And by 2022, we predict new models like GPT-4, which is 500 times faster than GPT-3, and Google's Brain, which is going to redefine the boundaries of what's possible. We can think about supernatural projections which are capable electronic fronts. Okay, so in 2022 we will increasingly see them apply to routine creative tasks, writing headlines for articles, newsletters, designing logos, designing some trendy handy logos, infographics. Even we will have creative AI. It's even we can play a piano. If it tries to understand the notes, tunes, definitely it's going to do that. And when it comes to scope and function, it is going to be nebulous. What you call it to be the artificial intelligence. The word artificial will be replaced by real intelligence. Okay, so it is going to replace the human beings. We have the region of interest-driven AI implementation. Even the sectors, we have collaboration between business and IT platforms, where we have the business results. It's going to make the deployments ahead of time, and it's going to make automated maintenance even. We have AI video analytics even, just like the YouTube analytics. For example, everybody would have gone through YouTube. You will have a YouTube channel. Maybe in the backdrop you will have studio.youtube.com, where we will have analytics. How your video is performing, how many subscribers you have, averagely, like whether which gender is watching, whether it is male or female, what age group is watching. So something like that, or a way, how much revenue you have earned, everything you can see in the YouTube. Same thing, you will have AI video analytics, which is a new expanded introduction that you will see in 2022. When it comes to privacy, or maybe authentication, or maybe security, or maybe marketing, definitely video analytics may assist every company. And we are predicting that global AI-based surveillance and security market will reach $4.46 billion in 2023, with nearly half of the countries already adopting artificial intelligence-based cameras as a visual sensor in AI vision-based systems. So it's going to be a game changer in businesses. What is being led by Starku, this is going to be exemplified by jobs. Okay, when you have automated vehicles, automated cars, automated robots, automated roads, automated aircrafts, definitely this video analytics platform is going to be much more helpful, and it is a one-stop solution for all safety and security concerns. And we also can take AI as a service business model. Here we can have organizations which can tailor solutions using the as a service business model, and even with a subscription basis, the model can provide scalability and cost effectiveness. It can decrease the capital investment organizations get much commit to, and assisting them to make a more expense framework. And in 2022, definitely the global market for public cloud application services is definitely, it is going to be worth several $billions, just because of the advancement in AI. And just like cloud computing, with the help of the AI technology, it is going to assist the as a service business model in video surveillance, air surveillance. Definitely we will have VSAAS, and we will have several on-premise servers as well. We will have businesses to quickly install solutions. We need not have to worry about the complicated and time-consuming network configurations as well. We will have automated cameras even, which is being centrally monitored. So AI is going to be the VSAAS business model. And You can imagine the AI as a data fabric which is going to embed or maybe attach ourselves in whatever we do. And this data fabric, as you know, it's a network of interconnected data products which are tied to the business goals. And these KPIs may be utilized to give critical insights about what the company wants to achieve, how the company can reach to meet the objectives, and where the company stands after 5 or 10 years. So this industry is expected to grow by more than 25% by 2025 with AI. And according to Market Watch, a very popular PR media, this AI will definitely support in enhancing the return on the technology investments and cutting edge technologies. So this has been a topic of concern. AI along with the subpart machine learning with the IoT, definitely it is going to make a huge mark. It is going to make the devices and services much more smarter, much more secure at an increasing rate. And AI together with machine learning, definitely it will be used in 80% of the Internet of Things activities in enterprises by 2022. So even with the case of leading the hyper automation, definitely it will remain the driving force behind the digital transformation in 2022. We will have the goal of streamlining processes to increase efficiency, accuracy, and productivity. Just as I discussed in my previous slides with the case of video analytics, manual monitoring will be generally resulting in cost savings. And
Recording in progress.
utilizing the video analytics, manual monitoring will be totally automated. Generally, we will have resulting in cost savings. Generally, we will be assessing or maybe supporting the staff productivity and determining whether or not the COVID compliances are being followed. So several activities will be automated with the AI. Even you can consider it as a cost beneficial platform. So overall, you can summarize this AI technology to be transforming our lives, to be transforming our digital lives due to its consistent trends in the market. And some trends evolve through time while others they remain innovative. So these changes are a part of our existence. It's going to make much more easier even for the future generations, but definitely AI, if it is not handled with care, definitely it is going to make a worse impact even. And when it comes to 2022, we will require more artificial intelligence based devices to make our work much more accessible, much more efficient, much more easier than our tiresome work. And there will be a greater upgradation to the new technology in the market even in the coming years. We will have a long-term impact on both the individuals and enterprises, and you can confidently say AI is the future, and businesses who invest in training for new technologies, they will thrive, they will gain a greater return on investment. Definitely it will open the market for several in the coming years. I'm sure that I have given at least 1% interest. 1%. I would rather say 1% interest out of 100% interest. Okay, because the remaining 99% is all about how you take, how you focus. Okay, as I told you, as a student, as a growing researcher, as an innovative scientist, or maybe as a interesting and collaborative faculty member, it is up to your passion and dream how you take AI, how you take cyber security, how you take AI together with ML in an IoT device. Okay, so um, you have to have a passion into it. So definitely, with the help of several webinars, several faculty development programs, induction programs, projects, short-term training programs, collaborative national, international projects even. Forget about the 80% 20% concept. Okay, 80% theoretical, 20% practical. don't think about that. Our engineers should be well equipped enough to practice these standards, because that's what the tech giants want to. And you can take AI as your career even, and don't wait till your final year of your the career program. Okay, so start working from now onwards. So definitely you can make a good impact in your career. And even the cyber security professionals with the AI knowledge are a major requirement for the high standard people. Even you can this is the right time that you can think about AI or maybe ML or maybe deep learning or maybe cyber security as your career even. And once again, I would like to thank Reverend Father and Professor Tangadare for giving me a wonderful opportunity. And so there was some amount of time that we are experiencing some network failure. Anyway, it's okay. We have been experiencing some frequent network failures over here. And once again, thank you for the opportunity given. It has been a wonderful session with you all. And if you have any further queries or clarifications, you can ask me anytime. Thank you.
Now, the session is open for discussion. Participants are requested to ask your queries through a chat box or by raising your hand.
If you have any queries or clarifications, you can ask right now. Even you can, yes, Divya Bharati has raised the hand. Yeah, tell me. Divya Bharati, was there any clarification?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, what type of application or what type of topic will be better if we do a research, sir, in AI? Is AI and machine learning both same, sir, or different, sir?
As I told you, machine learning is a sub part of AI. Machine learning, deep learning comes under AI. So AI with the support of ML or maybe DL, definitely you can implant this in a IoT device where even you can uh, replace the work of the human beings. So when it comes to student level project, of course, an application oriented project is what everybody wants to. But you try to, but what I would suggest is you understand the requirements of your dream company, the requirements of your dream company. For example, if you have fixed one company as your dream company, or maybe one organization, one industry as your dream industry. For example, after you do your bachelor program, you intend to get placed in that company. So understand the works of that company, what the company is doing, what that industry is doing, what that industry is aiming at. So accordingly, you decide your project. So it is not about uh, just like a normal pick and place robo with the help of AI, or maybe a fire safety, firefighting robo, okay, or maybe an AI powered, maybe a real machine even. So don't think in that way. Understand the needs, understand the requirements, what the nation wants, what the company wants, what the industry wants, and accordingly with your knowledge, if you lack knowledge, update your knowledge, upgrade your knowledge, and then you work into, definitely you can achieve greater heights in your career.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I am working as a professor, sir. I have completed my PG,
Okay.
and right now, actually, I have planned to do my PhD. I have planned to. So, what I think is because I'm from the Department of ECE,
Okay.
so I just don't want to go with technologies like which are already in a boom. Like because everyone has done their researches in maybe VLSI or wireless communication or networking or whatever it is. Because
Okay.
it's been since old now.
Okay.
So I just want to start with a new technology so that maybe after 10 years it would be a better option for me once I when I complete. So that's why I'm just asking. So whether it will be a good option for me to start with it.
Definitely, ma'am. But uh, as far as I understand from you, you are trying to jump into a new technology. But before that, you try to understand the basics. Go through the recent and the advanced literatures even, and go through the
Okay, sir.
you know the technologies in individual and as a collaborative, how the technologies work and how it produces the results accordingly, and based on that you try to identify a new technology which is going to be a benefit to the society. So don't just
Yes, sir.
think
Yes,
about
sir.
a new technology, but think about a technology which is going to reach the unreached. So that's what you have to focus on, which is going to be of the interest of the society, which is going to be the interest of the nation. So you can work intact and have a major plan, or maybe have a major goal like a 3-year plan or maybe 5-year plan, where like each year you are going to mix two collaborative technology and you are going to bring fantastic results. So the same thing you try to
Okay.
embed or maybe inbuild with the SCI paper even. So definitely it will grab further more opportunities in the industries. So normally we faculty members will try about completing the PhD maybe within 3 years or maybe 5 years. So it's a very good platform. It's a very good opportunity that we try to get a good opportunity in the industry with the AI, with the cyber security, with uh, the embedded feeling of AI and YAML in a IoT device. So it's a good opportunity. I consider this as a very good opportunity.
Yes, sir. Okay, but the what you are saying is not just not rather than doing research, we should think about the demand of the industry, right, sir?
Yes,
Only
yes,
then we can
demand
do
of
a
the
research in
industry.
a good
Yeah,
way.
because
Yeah.
we student maybe as because I would rather consider myself as a student. Okay, because I'm not the tech giant of whatever I'm trying to do. The thing is that we people are not too much into internships. We people are not too much into researchful projects. We people are not into collaborative international projects. We have to be. We have to do that. We have to constantly update ourselves. Only then we can find a place in the industry. So, uh, and we should make a name like we are an industry professional who is also into teaching. So if we are up
Okay.
to
Yes.
that
Yes. Yes.
standard, definitely we can encourage and motivate our students. Definitely we can the number of project centers and the companies, the project companies will get reduced. We can make the students think constructively.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Sir, one more question I have, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
But actually, if suppose I am working hard on it and I'm trying to gain more things, gather more things, I'm working a lot on it. It will be. I mean, I'll be able to learn. No, sir. It's not an issue. No, sir. Getting a new technology, or learning a new technology will not be
not
issue.
a
No, sir.
not a not an issue, ma'am. But the supervisors of today, the supervisors of today are much more concerned. Finish it in within 3 years, finish it within 5 years. Actually, technology or research is a passion. You have to run behind
Yes,
it,
sir.
and if you really go the right way, definitely it might take you to a life that you cannot even imagine earlier. It can even fetch you a
Okay.
job in a European country. You can even land yourself in a Western country where you can take the standards to a very big standard. You can do your postdoc even. You can be a research scientist even. Okay, so a research scientist who's also doing teaching as a career. So you should take it to that level. So I would rather say the masters faculty members who are doing the PhD or maybe the PhD professors who are doing the postdoc, they have a huge opportunity to learn things with you.
So thank you so much, because it's really inspirational words. Because I was just having a question mark before me, because we are just getting into a new technology. So whether it is possible for us to do or not. So it's really inspirational, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for giving
Yes.
such an information.
Yeah, it's okay, ma'am. It's all about reviewing the literature. So if you review the literature in the right way, definitely, you can come up with several innovative ideas, and who knows, you might also be a international scientist who is trying to bring much more projects for the benefit of our nation.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes. Any more questions from the participants?
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, there is a question in the chat window.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, can you please tell how is IoT related to AI?
IoT. IoT is a platform where we try to implant this AI. So without IoT, AI hasn't got much better meaning in today's and future's world. So it's just like you know the platform, the comfortable platform. When we try to bring in this emerging technology, and as I told you, when it comes to metaverse or maybe the cyber security or maybe the video analytics platform, definitely when it is embedded or maybe when it is implanted in the IoT devices or the platform, AI will have a tremendous impact. And once again, I'm telling you, AI on IoT has got good impact, has got numerous benefits, but you should handle it with care. Yeah, any more questions? So, what labors will do if robots take their place, means like salary and all? The thing is that, of course, when it comes to autonomous vehicles or maybe robots, you have to do it the right way, or maybe you can do it the limited way. Okay, don't think about everything that the robo has to do. Let us take in the case, for example, I correlated with this one. Let us take in the case, I am good maybe in teaching, I am good in research, okay, I am good in educating and encouraging students and faculty members. Let us take in the case. Okay, for example, let us take in the case, I am deputing another one personnel to take care of my dress, washing my clothes, taking care of my finance, taking care of my food, financial commitments, blah blah blah, everything. Okay, you should keep a standard. You should keep a limit. Okay, there is a limit where that person has to do, and after that, the limit should not be exceeded. The limit should not be crossed. And if this limit is crossed, that person will try to overtake me. He or she will try to understand everything, and definitely I will be in no man's land. So that's how the technology should be. So you should have a limit. Okay, these are the things the technology has to do. These are the things where I tend to commit mistakes. These are the areas where I might be less careful at. Those are the areas the technology has to do, and the other things we have to do on our own. We have to constantly update, we have to constantly upgrade. Only then we have to be smart. The technology is also smart. But if we are lazy and if the technology is smart, the technology will definitely overtake us. So that's the answer for your question. And in comparison with the cybersecurity in AI, which has a more reliable future and better scope of growth if we follow the current trend. So cybersecurity is one field, AI is another field. As I told you, cybersecurity without AI, it cannot go to far level. Cybersecurity with the help of AI support, definitely it will take a greater turn in your life. Definitely, cybersecurity without AI is a major impact. But the two greater technologies, when it comes in collaboration, definitely you can think about unimaginable heights. Okay, so if you pursue AI, you are choosing way number one. If you are choosing cybersecurity, you are choosing way number two. Definitely, both you are having a good growth. But cybersecurity with AI, definitely you can unleash several necessary projects that the nation wants. Any more questions? Okay, so if I have to choose between both, which should I pursue first? Okay, I would rather say cybersecurity as the first option, because you have to master first of all cybersecurity. Mastering cybersecurity needs some time, and after that, if you are really good at it, if you are really proficient at it, if you are really working projects better, then you come up with AI. Definitely, you can consider yourself as a person to be the best competitor which nobody can compete into. I hope you get the idea. First choose cybersecurity, then choose AI. Yes, any more questions, any more clarifications?
I think there are no more queries. So, can I proceed, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your knowledge with us and for sparing time from your busy schedule. Thank you, everyone, for making today's session a memorable one. Let's all come together tomorrow with the same link at the same time with the same enthusiasm. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream, said C.S. Lewis. Thank you all. Stay home, stay safe. This is Kalpana signing off.
Recording stopped.